Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, new Nouvelles cards. Let's try them out. New Pendulum Monster, which is basically another searcher, and I think they have, well, it has multiple effects, but is that, the new Pendulum, right, is that it can ritual summon during your opponent's turn, but it also can special summon itself from the Pendulum scale as well. But your opponent needs to special summon monsters in order to do that. But that's really nice, you know, the fact that now, I was about to say now they gave the deck another way to ritual summon during their turn, but it's not true. They have another, at least one of the other traps also has the capability to ritual summon during your opponent's turn. But I'm not running that one. So anyway, so the new Pendulum is a new card. They also got a new continuous spell, which is fantastic. It has the capability to search plus target, and as you know, like Nouvelles rituals, they like, you know, being targeted, so they can tribute themselves with another attack position monster, that includes an attack position monster from your opponent, and then, you know, special summon a higher level counterpart. So I guess the main XP for itself, the deck. The deck is, well, I was about to say super combo heavy, but it's okay going first. It's not top tier, but it definitely suffers going second, playing into a multiple negation board. So that's why I like stuff like a Dear Servant, Dogmatica package, because that breaks boards plus is fantastic starter on its own. But anyway, I think the boards you're ending on are always the same. It's always level 5, I feel. You know, tributing away your opponent's monster, special summon level 6, negate all the effect tributes, and then special summon one of the new burgers, the Angry Burger, which very similar to, what is it? The Spirit Arc. Yeah, you know which one I mean. Reveal, search, and then send itself back, the new Angry Burger. So that's nice. Plus, you know, you can special summon the Angry Burger with level 6. That Angry Burger also has a tribute effect, so you snowball into multiple disruptions starting from your level 5 into the level 6, into Angry Burger, into the OG Burger, if you have that one, if you main deck that one. I don't feel it's worth it, because that's, I guess, the biggest choke point of this deck is main decking too many rituals. I'm not so sure, I don't think it's needed. So anyway, the level 4 is definitely, you want that. The deck, well, there are some main deck, like Pot of Avarice cards, so cards that replenish your engine, looking at the field spell, looking at Mondo, but you definitely need to run level 4. The level 4 lets you reset your higher levels, for example, or disrupt your opponent maybe from their graveyard. So both, I'm not so sure if, you know, the ratios looking at both level 1, both Pendulum monsters, they are okay. But that's it, so I don't think I need to maximize them, since the deck is also running like many other cards, like the field spell, etc., that eventually search the Pendulum monsters, so I'm not so sure if I really want to main deck them, all of them at 3. Maybe. You know, they definitely held the deck, but the deck somewhat struggles playing through interruptions, through hand trap, and so on. So I need non-engine, right? But of course, I think you want to keep the deck at 40 cards sharp, as close as possible, because you want to draw your power spells as soon as possible, and your servants, pre-prep, and so on. So again, we're grinding up. I guess the new Pendulum makes it so that you can set up your Pendulum scale, potentially special summon level, you know, monsters to the field, potentially going for an easier Link 2 play, Mondo, Masquerina for Little Knight during their turn. So Melcharmy hurts. It really hurts, and that's not a good sign. You know, you're a ritual-based archetype, but you special summon your rituals from your deck, and of course that triggers Melcharmy. But it's fine, okay, they got a couple of draws, but we have many interruptions. The Unicorn hurts, because Unicorn indirectly forces out an interruption, I guess. So go for the level 6. Oh yeah, because your opponent special summoned the monster, we can take the new Nouvelles from my Pendulum scale, special summon it, and now I have the capability to target a Nouvelles on field, or a monster on field, and then change the level. What is it? Add 1, 2, 3 levels. That could be important if you need those beneficial levels for a ritual summon during their turn. As soon as they special summon, you can indeed, like what happens here, ritual summon during their turn. What is it? By banishing a recipe spell from your deck, graveyard, whatever. And then, you know, ritual summon a ritual monster from hand. So we can dodge, interrupt their graveyard, I guess. prevent the Splash Mage from being used. So now we can start playing. You know, they committed to the field, so we go for Angry Burger. It's also a Hungry Burger, right? So we can manage the trap, blow away their entire field. They still... Oh, they had another unicorn. Right, so you know, this gives them a birth. I guess here another bird for another unicorn could have been activated, but I don't think there was a link play after. So I guess another... for me, both would have been fine, because... you know, having those Nouvelles in the graveyard definitely helps because it's easier to recycle them. But on the other hand, you know, 2 level 4s on field or 2 rituals on field, you can go for Dynamondo and then, you know, use their cards. With your Nouvelle engine, with your rituals, use their cards to establish your board, basically. Just, you know, leave their unicorns on field because you can tribute them away. Because this new continuous spell forces their unicorn or their monsters basically to be put into attack position, as you see here. This trap is fine. I mean, what does it? It only searches, right? Because they don't control an Alice Link. Basically, they can interrupt. Like very similar to Paleo, right? The Nouvelle ritual needs to be activated, you know, when it's like targeted, it needs to be activated in response to the targeting effect. So very similar to Paleo, you can interrupt that particular effect by activating something random. Unless I'm mistaken, but I think that's the case. So Masquerina. Herald is fine, you know, Benten engine, I had more Benten in there, but with Maximus you can search Benten equals Herald. Herald is another normal summon, or, you know, can be Pendulum summoned. And, you know, Herald can be tributed as well to special summon the fairy, so, but I'm not so sure if I really want to make more Benten. Anyway, going first again. Am I getting Mold Charm again? I think so. And it hurts, because again it gives them more draws. So that hurts, right? This... I forgot the name. Sadly, this card is not, it's not searchable. Yeah, there are like 2 cards that are from the archetype, like one of the better cards from the archetype, they are not searchable. It was this one, you know, the one that special summons, what is it? Basically 2 Nouvelles cards, monsters, like the extra couverture, the extra fusion, the pendulum fusion to their field, basically. And then one of your level 1s to your field to get a search, etc. So that's a solid card, but it's not searchable, unless I'm mistaken. And then there is the pre-prep from the archetype, the left card here in the hand. Pre-prep. It searches more than pre-prep, but you know what I mean. Get Droll. Droll hurts this deck a lot, so I'm stopped in my tracks. So even though after Droll, Mold Charming Droll, that's kind of big, you still have our desired board, but Ryzel can play through this. The book hurts. Yeah, book hurts. You go for the counter trap, because the aggregator is indeed forcing out eventually, you know, my level 5, so I can tribute away their exit Ryzel to go for the level 6. We have the counter trapping graveyard, so we can potentially banish it, special summon Angry Burger, blow away their entire field. And we are not running the OG Burger, but again, here in this situation, it doesn't really matter, because Talents will take control of it. I guess, you know, your opponent's not knowing that you're not running the OG Burger, but you could. This is just another reason to not run it, I feel. But I guess, you know, the extra interruption might help. So we go for basically setting up for next turn. That was I was thinking, but because we don't have any interruptions left, you know, something like Droll might help in the main deck here. More hand traps. Anyway, that's the thing. Like, because this new Nouvelle card, the new Pendulum, the right one here, I have the capability to ritual summon during their turn, but it feels that you're lacking another solid ritual monster to interrupt during their turn. You know, level 5 into level 6, that's cute, but I need something else. Something to book, for example. A Book of Moon. That would be nice. Anyway, so we tried to push for game, but, you know, Dynamondo tried to tribute away, Detonator, that's fine, this is all fine. The field spell negates, and we go for another search, and we get freaking trolled. Twice. Second time. And that's basically the nail in the coffin. I can't search. I can't play, basically. And, yeah, I mean, with the field spell, they can recur resources, and that's just more than enough. Like here, you can ritual summon the Dynamondo as well. But I think they are preventing that. No? I think so. Yeah, the book hurts as well. So no ritual summon during their turn as well. And, you know, the level 5 only gets the effect when, what is it, special summon by a Nouvelles card, I think. Yeah. Then it's a quick effect. So this hurts. You know, they're pumping, and the fact that Eclipse can recycle Detonator is ridiculous as well. Anyway, last example. So, going first? No, going second. Going second definitely is a problem of this deck. Like, because there aren't, I feel, any, like, oh, no. There are one-card starters, like pre-prep, etc., but it needs a lot, right, this deck, to start popping off. It's not like Snake Eyes, right? One card, full combo. So imagine that if your opponent has multiple negations, it's really hard for this deck to play through that. Anyway, so Maximus getting negated, that hurts a little, you know, prevents draws, prevents searches, etc. So now we have to play it fair, go for the level 1 and, you know, excavate, use a new spell, target itself. Okay, you could special summon Maximus in attack position to, you know, tribute it away because of the continuous spell, but I'm not so sure, especially in this game state. I think it's better to just leave the Maximus in defense and capitalize on it. Like, for this, we have Imperm, the Searched Counter Trap, so I guess that's enough. Should be enough. So let's see, especially because, you know, they bricked previously. This is all fine, 7 Tachyon. Ah, the book is cute. Oh yeah, the thing with the counter trap is that you need to control a face-up Nouvelles. And you want to book that, but that's not going to work. Because the Nouvelles is being targeted, right? So you can tag out, still have Nouvelles. We can negate 7 Tachyon in this game. And oh yeah, this new continuous spell also does burn damage. Keep that in mind. Every time, what is it, your ritual summon. So the support is fantastic, but going first, it's a cool deck. But going second, I feel it struggles a little bit too much. So feel free, you know, leave suggestions to ratios. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a shout out. Peace.